Hey everyone, welcome to another LEGO Fan video. I'm your host LEGO Fan, and I do fun LEGO videos about 10 steps per video, as well as cool Ben 10 videos. If you guys are new, please like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that YouTube algorithm stuff. And with that out of the way, let's get started. So, last we left off, we went ahead and finished this leg and attached it. So now we have two legs on Stitch. We are going to continue on into bag 4, which builds the two arms. So the first one that we're going to build is a normal arm, obviously. So it's going to attach right here on these two ball sockets that you see there. The other one's going to be a bit unique since it's going to be just straight out, almost like this in a way, with the other hand, of course. So actually it will be more like this, since it's going to be holding an ice cream cone in his hand. And we'll see that in later on with other videos, but we're going to start the first arm, the one that's going to attach to those ball sockets. And today it's going to be steps 147 to 160. It should be relatively quick too, because they're pretty like almost one piece steps. Like for example, and also make sure you got bag 4 ready. Dump it out and all that stuff. The very first step just requires finding this piece, which is going to serve as our base. It is a 4x4 studded circle. Cyan in color. Looks like this. Just put it flat down. And it's going to serve as our base. A piece you're going to find a lot in this, shockingly enough, or at least we have a lot in today's video, are these little guys. Make sure you don't lose them because they are very hard to find when you do. They are what I call dots, almost, because that's kind of what they resemble. They look like periods or dots. You're going to need 2 of them, and they are like a dark blue in color. At least they're a nice bright color, so that way you don't lose them, because they're very easy to lose, as I just stated. And you're going to need the very dark blue 2x3. This 2x3 is going to have it like this, so your full 4x4 is going horizontally down the center. And you're going to use this 2x3 and put it right down the center vertically, leaving a 1x2 spot open at the bottom, as well as 2 1x2 spots on its left and right side. On the 1x2s on the left and right side, at the very top of each one, you're going to insert the little dots. Like this. Okay? When you have that all done, we're going to use the remaining spots for his fingers, or at least where the claws are going to attach, using these guys. They are a rounded 1x1 with a little gripper on the end. Notice that I said rounded. Usually these are just a simple 1x1, but these are curved in the end, probably to make sure that they turn. So I wouldn't recommend losing them because they could be pretty hard to find rounded like this. And of course, make sure they're angled outwards like that. So the ones on the bottom of the left and right 1x2s should be angled outwards as pretty much as far as you could take it, almost. So sort of like that. And then of course put the other ones down in the front. It should be facing forward. We'll insert the claws later in another video, but for now that's what it looks like. Give or take. Of course you can move it around as much as you want. To make sure that they're on, we're going to take another one of those 4x4 studded circles. Okay, and just insert directly on top. Make sure your 4x4 or 2x4 is going vertically down the center rather than horizontally like before. So this is what it should look like. I just realized that it really doesn't matter because there's a 2x4 going forward, going horizontally, and there's a 2x4 going vertically. So I just made myself sound incredibly stupid. But this is what it should look like. Now, time to flatten all of this out using a very unique piece. Of course, we still have our 2 dots, but we're also going to require this unique piece. So these are pretty hard to find. They're like a flat arc, almost like a really flattened arc. So it looks like this. And you're going to go ahead and put this connecting this stud to this stud here. Just like that. And then we are going to insert a dot here on the top left stud. And then one in this stud right here. So this is what it should look like. Now we're going to just go ahead and take 2 more of these arcs or quarter pieces, I don't know what you want to call them, and we are going to make a sphere, a circle around the center 2x2 section here. So this is what it should look like. So other than this top left corner, all the rest should be these flattened corner pieces, or arcs, or whatever you want to call them. Certain pieces are harder to describe than others. And this will be all we're going to see from this today. Because they want us to do a mini build that is going to insert at the top of this 2x2 section, which is going to start off by using 2 2x4s. And you're going to go ahead and use the stack them on top of each other. And make sure you do this right, because anyone who's built Legos for as long as I have, or maybe even longer, knows once you stack something, it's next to impossible to remove it. So make sure you really want to do this, because now you're committed, because this is almost next to impossible to remove. And now, on top of our little stack 2x4, we are going to insert these pieces. We got a 1x4, we got a yellow 1x2, and we got a 1x2 which has the ball socket. So it's going to connect to the ball joint that is underneath here, right where I am touching. And what we're going to do is in the bottom left part, this 1x2 section right here, we're going to insert the ball socket. And to the right of it, you're going to put the yellow 1x2. And then in the top row, just insert your 1x4. It all should fit neatly on, just like this. Nice and simple. Now we're going to flip it over, so our ball socket is facing to the right now. And we're going to insert more pieces. So we're going to use a yellow 1x2 as well as a 1x4. The 1x4 goes in the top row, just like that. And then the yellow 1x2 goes on the side that has the ball socket. So this is what it should look like. We're leaving this other 1x2 spot empty. Now, let's flip it back over. So our ball socket should be facing to the left now. And we're going to take 2 1x2s with a 2x2 hanging off it. And these are both going on the 1x4. So 1 and 2. So we now have a 2x4 on the side area here. And now we gotta go ahead and see what we're going to put in the front area, which is going to be using a 1x1 with a 1x1 hanging off it. These are not really common, so I wouldn't recommend losing it. It's gray color. We of course got a good old friend dot here. Going to need one of these dots, as well as a weird colored piece, but it's not uncommon to find one, which is a 1x2 with a 1x4 hanging off it. But it's brown in color. This is going to be the first piece. It is going to insert covered completely the 1x2, which has the ball socket. Just like this. And then on the left side of the yellow 1x2, we're going to insert a nice little dot. Now the right one, we're going to insert our 1x1 with the 1x1 hanging off it. And it should be facing towards me, towards the front in other words, so we have a 1x5 here. Now we're going to take another piece that is not exactly common, which is a 1x2, which is this piece here. It is a 2x2, which has a 1x2 sticking out of its center. But this piece is not exactly common, so I wouldn't recommend losing it. Usually you might find a 2x2 that's going down on it, but in this case it's not. It's a flat base. It's yellow in color. I wouldn't recommend losing this piece in the slightest, because I have pretty much never seen this piece. You're also going to need a plain old 2x2 as well, which is going to go right in the center. So it's covering up the dot, and it's leaving this 1x2 area empty, as well as this 1x2 area empty. But the 1x2 that's on the right is going to be covered up using the very unique piece. So now we have this 2x2 base in the back right here. To make sure that these two pieces are secured together, we're going to insert a 2x2 right on top, just like this. Now, for our final step today, we are going to need more of these pieces, which is a 1x2 arc, which has a 1x1 stud. Now, these are going to insert on the right side, the 2x2 we just put down, via the 1x1 on the underside. So 1 and 2. Just like that. That will be all for today. Next time, we will actually finish the yarn and attach it. I'll see you guys then. So long.